Hey guys, it's Dee of FTO Nerd Talk. You listen to a brand new episode of FTO Podcast, so make sure you sit back and enjoy. Also, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe on every social media page. Enjoy the show. All right, Dee is back with a brand new episode of FTO Podcast. I just left this cool coffee shop called My Coffee Shop. It's in Decatur. It's nice. I had to do some searching to find a black-owned coffee shop. It's never easy finding a black-owned coffee shop, even in Atlanta. But the place was nice. I posted a picture, a picture, on my FTO Nerd Talk Instagram page. I said a lot of words I didn't need to say just there. But we got an interesting show for you today. I got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. First and foremost, let me just get this right off the bat. There were 3 major trailers that dropped this week. 3 major trailers. And, if you're a nerd, you listen to this podcast, so you got to be, partly a nerd. So, you got to have, an idea what you like, what you don't like when it comes to this podcast, whether you're here for the games, the anime, the TV shows, whichever. I think, the comic book fans are going to be very surprised this week because, we got the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer that dropped. We also have the Blue Beetle official trailer that dropped this week. And we got Secret Invasion trailer that dropped this week also. That's 3 big trailers. There were more stuff that dropped, of course. But those are the 3 big ones that came out this week. And I got to tell you, that's pretty damn cool. The Blue Beetle trailer was absolutely phenomenal. It makes me want to go see the movie more than I wanted to before. The Across the Spider-Verse, that was intense. That was an intense trailer, for sure. I didn't get a chance to watch the Secret Invasion trailer, but I did watch the original first Secret Invasion trailer, and that's good enough for me. Was the first one. I don't need to see the second one, because if I watch the second one, it may take me out. Because I don't need too much information when it comes to the trailer. One trailer is enough. Watching it one time is also enough. I don't need to review and do a reaction and dissect the trailer before I watch the movie. There's no joy in that for me, so that's why I don't do it. No shame to those who do it, but for me, no joy whatsoever. Next up, God of War Ragnarok new game is now available. This is more of a DLC, so if you beat the game, it's actually a continuation. The thing they call some kind of plus, so it's an addition to the game. So not only is it more of the game, you get to keep your same stats that you have to continuously play more levels inside this edition. I was listening to some people talking about how the games are so stacked this week or this month at least that they're not too sure if they're going to be a part of this this whole thing. We got this is from Anton 6, co-host of Table Cheese. This is from his list of games to check out this week. It's Meet Your Maker, it's Mega Man, Network Legacy, Horizon Forbidden West, Burning Shores, Coffee Talk Episode 2. You got Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the Monster Hunter Rise, Advanced Wars, and Live a Live. You got a lot of games coming out this week or this month in April that I understand why some of those who are playing God of War don't want to get too invested in more God of War. It's there if you want to play more. And that's the beauty of getting DLCs and editions. You're getting those little spurs man, I really want to play some God of War, but I don't want to replay the whole game again. Having DLCs like this, that's where I think they come in. That's where I think microtransactions really shine. It's getting something that's an attachment to what you've already played and help you further explore the universe that you're having fun with. So that's there. It's here for you. Next up, we got new Sony handheld is a remote play device, codename Q Lite. This is just a rumor. I got this from Fukuname. Fukuname dropped this. It's hard for me to get invested inside of a handheld attached to a console. Now, while I don't have a console, if I did have one, it would have to be like a remote play kind of situation. Like something I can play on the go, that's already a game that's attached to like my already console, and just play it like how like my kids play their Switch. Because I love like the accessibility of a Switch. I like the accessibility of a Steam Deck also. But if I did get myself a handheld attached to my console, first and foremost, it needs to be backward compatible. Like if I get this for the PS5, it had better work on the PS6 also. First and foremost, like I get it. Sometimes like mechanics don't work that way, but like I gotta tell you, I'm not putting myself investment into a handheld console that doesn't work with a next generation device. I'm not gonna keep on buying these things like I'm gonna keep on buying consoles. Are you crazy? No, thank you. Not happening. Not happening. Next up, Illumination is hinting at more films coming out in the next couple of years. I am not the most excited about this. Like I know like some folks are very excited about the Illumination, the Minions, the Despicable Me, all that stuff. That's not really my brand of tea. But you know, like I like watching them, but like I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it. You feel me? So there's that. Next up, Barry season 4 has an official trailer. Like I told you, more trailers. I feel like I'm rushing this episode. I do got to pick up my wife in a couple minutes, so like maybe if I'm talking a little bit faster, missing a lot of key points, that's why. Next up is Disney Plus releases a new trailer, a teaser actually, Muppets Mayhem. It's supposed to be taking place in like you know how most Muppet films are. Like got real people inside of it, got puppets inside of it. It's a whole like back and forth with it, but yeah, it's a teaser for it. I forget the description of this one here. I think it'll be more like more story oriented than say like just random madness. To my understanding, plus like a pretty deep story connected to this. So whenever it drops and I get to see a trailer in the future, I'll let you guys know about it. What else do we have? We got Paddington in Peru. Paddington 3 is coming soon. Who knew? That's interesting. Mario dropped this week. So, going to see that tonight with my son and my daughters. I say my son first because he's the one who's the most excited for this. He's been hyping the whole family about this game. Like, hyping everyone up about it. So, there's that. But, yeah. Mario dropped. I heard the ratings aren't that good. But you know what? I'm not watching this movie to be good. I'm watching it like to make my kid happy. He's going to get to see Mario on the screen. I think like whether it's a good movie or a bad movie, him seeing Mario and Luigi, like the Mushroom Kingdom do his thing, like that's all that matters to him. You feel me? So no matter what, it's a win. It's a win. Barbie trailer dropped this week. That's a big one. The amount of cast members. I don't think it was a trailer. I think it was the casting and the promo photos for it that dropped this week, and it was a teaser trailer. And the amount of people that are inside of this, my goodness, I didn't realize like it was going to be this packed. And I don't really know what the story is going to be for Barbie. Like we've seen Barbie. Barbie's been in everything. Barbie is everything. So it's really wild. If you guys hear like the dings in the background, that's because my wife is texting me right now. So I think like that's my call. Like to wrap it up, B. Wrap it up. But I got I have 2 more stories for you guys before I head out of here. Suga, one of the singers of BTS, has a new album dropping. I think it's April 27th, 29th. And I only bring this news up because, like, my oldest, she is a big BTS fan. I never thought I'd have, like, a life that I'm living where one of my kids would be into a K-pop band. But, hey, I listen to J-pop, so it's not that far off. So, I personally think K-pop is too Americanized when it comes to their music. And, like, it doesn't really sit well with me listening to K-pop. But I know I understand the audience and why the audience of Americans would like K-pop so much. So, like, I get it. It's just, you know, I prefer me some good old-fashioned Japanese pop because it's so vast and different. Not to say that K-pop isn't. K-pop is also vast and different. But, like, what you hear in America when it comes to K-pop is much different than when, like, we're anime fans here from J-pop. I understand the in-between of that also. Just to make that perfectly clear. Also, and lastly, in news is Newcomer Maia Kiloa is the new Lilo in Lilo and Stitch. I know we talked about before about how Zach Galifianakis is heading the show, but was the first to be dropped when it comes to the news. But there you go. Maya is your cast for Lilo. Finally, we got like the casting for the star of the film. So, like that's really interesting and fun news to hear. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. We're gonna hand it off to Toshi J, where she talks about things to check out this week. My goodness, I love this part of the show. Let's get to it.
Toshi J here, and welcome back to this week's What You Should Be Checking Out. And I need to apologize to you guys because I completely forgot about this Netflix series that I've been excited for, and I should have been telling you about, and that is Beef with Steven Yeun and Ali Wong. A road rage episode leads to a contentious feud between a struggling contractor and a successful entrepreneur in this dark comedy created by Lee Sung-jin. And look, all I know is outside of looking amazing and starring two phenomenal actors, the trailer made this look like one of the biggest masterpieces of Netflix TV series history. Like, everything around it in the trailer looks amazing, and there's no way I'm not going to be watching this immediately. So, as soon as this drops on April 6th on Netflix, I will be watching it, and you should be watching it too. Next up, story time. I was in GameStop a few weeks ago, just got my PS5, and was trying to get some games. I was really just there for Dead Space Remake. But I looked up on the TV, and lo and behold, Dead Island 2 is actually supposedly maybe coming out April 21st, and I couldn't be more shocked, because to be honest, I never thought this was going to see the light of day. And as bad as the first game was, it was fun if you had a group of friends to play with, so here's hoping that this one is too. Up next. Last up, all Twitter was abuzz recently because Chloe Bailey's album, In Pieces, has finally released, and I can say, oh my goodness. When Pray It Away dropped, I was excited for this album, but the actual song In Pieces of the album was beautiful, and I loved it. This album is great. This is Chloe's debut solo album, and it even features people like Missy Elliott and Future. So if you're a Chloe fan, or if you like good music, you should check it out. Anyway, that's all I have this week, and I will see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of the FTO podcast.
All right, guys, Dee here. Sorry to say I won't have time to do comics of the day this week, but I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed Toshi J doing her thing. Make sure you check out the show notes. Listen to all the coolness that is FTO Nerd Talk. A brand new table cheese is coming out this week. And if you guys celebrate Easter and Passover and Ramadan, happy holidays to you. Hope it's a good one. Until next time, you gotta take it easy.